Chapter 21, The Peach Banquet Scheme. Mo Qingchen kept thinking, and the more she thought, the more feasible the plan seemed. Or rather, no matter what, she had to give it a try. But how was she supposed to get a martial arts manual? Asking Yunji to have her brother bring one might not work, since he was just an ordinary kid. He definitely didn't have the authority to pick any manual from the scripture library. With only 4 months left until the year-end competition, she needed to find a manual that could actually improve her skills quickly. Looks like she would have to make a personal trip to the scripture library. Mo Qingchen rocked back and forth in her chair, pondering the situation. After some thought, she thought of someone. Uncle 14. Aside from her grandfather and Yunji, Uncle 14 was the closest person in the Mo family. Her grandfather's position obviously made it unsuitable to ask for help, but asking Uncle 14 for a small favor wasn't a problem. With his status, taking her to the scripture library to pick a manual shouldn't be difficult. Tomorrow happened to be a day off, so she could use the opportunity to visit Uncle 14. Just as she was thinking this, a voice said, "Hey, girl, what are you thinking about?" "Ah, Grandpa. You're back." Mo Qingchen jumped up from the rocking chair. Mo Daxian looked at her and hesitated for a moment. "Ahem, girl, you're worried too. Well, if it's too hard, you don't have to participate in the year-end competition." "What, Grandpa? What are you saying? I thought everyone had to take part," Mo Qingchen asked, surprised. Mo Daxian squinted. "You're the exception. You just got back to the Mo family. Missing this little competition won't matter." Mo Qingchen lowered her head and said softly, "Grandpa, I don't want to be an exception." Mo Daxian was taken aback, then said, Girl, you really have spirit." He silently scolded Mo Daxian for messing things up, but he didn't dare admit it to Mo Qingchen. Mo Qingchen didn't think it was about spirit. Cultivating in the immortal path was already tough enough, like climbing countless mountains. If she ran away from the first step, how could she ever achieve anything? Seeing the little girl worried about cultivation, Mo Daxian felt a pang of sympathy. "Girl, the old peach tree in the yard should have ripe fruit by now. If we wait for the autumn wind, the juicy peaches will fall. What a waste." Mo Qingchen nodded, surprised at how Grandpa had suddenly changed the subject. Girl, tomorrow you can ask the kids you know in Chaoyang Hall to help pick the peaches and hold a little peach banquet," Mo Daxian suddenly said. "What?" Mo Qingchen almost stumbled. Mo Daxian's eyes twinkled behind his beard. "What, don't you think the peaches I've been watering with elixirs count as celestial peaches?" Mo Qingchen broke into a cold sweat. "They do, Grandpa. It's just, do you host this banquet every year? I don't really know how to organize it." Mo Daxian waved his hand. "It's easy. Pick all the peaches when they're in season. The ones I like, I give in a basket, the ones I don't, I keep for wine or eat slowly." Mo Qingchen walked over and naturally massaged his back. "Grandpa, can these peaches be used to make wine?" Seeing her bright, eager eyes, Mo Daxian chuckled. "You little girl, I think you just like drinking wine." Mo Qingchen stuck out her tongue. "Not really. It's just that the elixir wine you gave me that day was so good, I can't forget the taste." Mo Daxian looked embarrassed. Hee, well, she's right. These peaches have a little spiritual energy. The wine isn't as good as that elixir wine, but it's still pretty fine. Then why don't we do it like usual? You can give some to the friends you know and make wine with the rest, Mo Qingchen suggested, hesitating. She knew Grandpa wanted her to bond with the Chaoyang Hall kids, but tomorrow she had more important things. How could she have time for a peach banquet? Mo Daxian reached out and flicked her nose. You little girl, at your age to love wine and be picky isn't good. I still have some peach wine stored. I'll give you some. I'll take a few peaches from the tree too, and after the banquet tomorrow, everyone can take some home. It'll be lively. And girl, I haven't really celebrated your coming properly yet. Hearing that, Mo Qingchen had no way to refuse and pouted, Thanks, Grandpa. I'm not being picky. It's just, every year, you give peaches to others, and now that I'm here, not giving me any might make people think I'm greedy. You're too young to think so much, Mo Daxian said, patting her head. The night passed quietly. After breakfast, Mo Qingchen sent Yunji to deliver invitations to a few familiar kids. What's going on so early in the morning? Mo Ranyi asked, entering and seeing Mo Ningro looking thrilled. Sis she, look. Mo Ningro handed her a card with faint peach blossom petals printed on it. Mo Ranyi glanced at it and sneered. What's this little 16's invitation? Is she trying to get everyone to go easy on her during the year-end competition? Mo Ningro bit her lip. Sis she, Qingchen isn't like that. She even sent one to you. Humph, I'm not going, Mo Ranyi said, turning to leave. Sis she, 5th Grandpa's peaches are really good. And I heard there'll be peach wine today, Mo Ningro said softly. That made Mo Ranyi pause mid-step, hesitating. Oh, really? Come on, sis she. Go. Hutiou and the others will be there too, Mo Ningro smiled. Just after the hour of SI 9:11 am, people began arriving at Mo Qingchen's courtyard. Hearing knocks, Mo Qingchen said, Yunji, go open the door and see who's here. Yes. Yunji replied clearly, turning to open the door. Mo Qingchen watched Yunji's back and smiled. Today she wore a brand new pale blue silk dress, making her even more elegant and pure. No matter how mature she usually was, she was still a girl full of hope for the future, and she loved lively gatherings. 15th young master, Yunji said as she opened the door, bowing to Hutiou who was standing outside. Hutiou didn't stop and went straight in, calling, Qingchen, Qingchen. I'm here. Following him, his attendant Cheng Feng brushed past Yunji and glanced at her. Mo Qingchen noticed Yunji's fair cheeks had a charming blush. Hutiou, you came so early, Mo Qingchen said with a smile. Pouting, Hutiou said, what, you didn't want me to come early? Hee, of course not. I was bored alone. Come, sit here, Mo Qingchen said, leading him to the table set up in the courtyard. At that moment, there was another knock at the door. Chapter 22, Unaware of Worries. To Mo Qingchen's surprise, this time, it wasn't just Mo Ranyi and Mo Ningro entering. Mo Yuki had also shown up, even though she hadn't been invited. Mo Qingchen couldn't help but glance at the three of them. She hadn't expected Mo Ranyi to come, probably because she couldn't leave her out when inviting Mo Ningro. Mo Yuki's presence, however, was even more unexpected. Still, guests were guests. No matter how much she disliked Mo Yuki, Mo Qingchen greeted her politely. Welcome, three of you. Come in and have a seat. Qingchen, you're so thoughtful to come up with something as fun as a peach banquet, Mo Ningro giggled. Mo Qingchen thought to herself, I didn't even want to hold this banquet. I've got more important things to do. Mo Ranyi, however, didn't he even look at Mo Qingchen. She walked straight to the peach tree and stared up. This is a peach banquet. Mo Ningro quickly said, Sis she, I've never eaten a celestial peach before, but 5th Grandpa's peaches are amazing. I've never had enough in previous years. Didn't you like them too? Mo Ranyi shot Mo Ningro an annoyed glare, a hint of awkwardness crossing her face. Then she turned to Mo Qingchen. I don't care about peaches. I heard there's peach wine, though. Mo Qingchen, for some reason, found Mo Ranyi's awkwardness less irritating than usual and a little funny. Grandpa left plenty of peach wine for me. There's more than enough for everyone. Mo Yuki wandered over to the table Mo Qingchen had set up and paused, looking a little stunned. This table wasn't the usual 8-person square table. It was long, almost like a long bench, but slightly wider, covered with a pure white cloth. On the table were assorted cold dishes and seasonal fruits. What caught her attention most was a large glass bowl filled with a milky white, almost translucent jelly, with small pieces of peach suspended inside. What is this? Mo Yuki pointed at the glass bowl. Mo Qingchen frowned. Mo Yuki had shown up uninvited and started off ungraciously. How annoying. But as the host, she couldn't embarrass her, so she smiled. This is called milk jelly. I made it myself. What Mo Qingchen called milk jelly was actually modern pudding. She had asked Yunji yesterday to fetch milk and honey from the big kitchen, then added peach wine and chopped fresh peaches. People in this time didn't know pudding, so calling it milk jelly made it easier to understand. Their conversation drew the attention of the others, who walked over to the table. They were all surprised to see what Mo Qingchen called milk jelly. Qingchen, what's milk jelly? Mo Ningro blinked her big eyes. Hutio Yu tapped her on the head. Dummy, this is milk jelly. Mo Qingchen laughed. I just made up the name. It has milk in it and it sets like jelly, so I called it milk jelly. Milk? Mo Ranyi frowned. Mo Yuki chimed in, ugh, milk is so strong. Can you even eat this? Oh, right, little 16 is new to our family. You probably don't know we usually cook milk with almonds. Not many of us drink it straight. This milk jelly looks good, but probably all show, no substance, right? Mo Qingchen glanced at her lightly. Then don't eat it. Without waiting for Mo Yuki to reply, she turned to Hutio Yu and the others. Let's pick the peaches first. Yeah. Let's go. Hutio Yu clapped his hands. Everyone gathered under the peach tree, each carrying a small woven basket. They stood on tiptoe to grab the lower peaches. Once those were gone, they moved chairs to reach higher branches. At last, the lower branches were bare, and the upper ones were still full of red peaches. Everyone froze. Sis she, can't you use the wind control technique to get them down? Mo Ningro asked. After all the scrambling and chaos picking peaches, usually arrogant Mo Ranyi softened a little. She shot Mo Ningro a glare. You silly girl, I just learned the wind control technique. It controls my movement, not objects. Seeing her sister annoyed, Mo Ningro shyly stuck out her tongue but didn't feel as afraid as usual. Hutio Yu, can't you climb trees? Mo Yuki suddenly asked. Hutio Yu glared at her, fuming. He was only 5 years old who taught him to climb trees, but seeing the girls staring at him, his pride kicked in. Of course I can. Watch me climb up and get the peaches. He wrapped his arms around the old peach tree and started climbing. Mo Qingchen watched as Hutio Yu wiggled his little bottom, climbing a few feet before sliding down, then scrambling up again. After several tries, his arms gave out, and he fell to the ground with a plop. Everyone in the yard couldn't help laughing. Hu Tiaoyu stayed on the ground, face red, glaring at them angrily. Mo Qingchen stifled a laugh and helped him up, brushing the dust off. Yo, what's going on? Mo Zioba came in with Mo Xiaxi and Mo Xiaosan. Brother Ba, why are you just coming? Mo Yuki asked. Mo Zioba looked at the sun. Not late. When little 16 sent the invitations, I was about to leave, but Bai Yang hurriedly called me back. What are you all doing? Mo Zioba noticed everyone had small baskets with rosy peaches and finally realized, fun. We're picking peaches ourselves, let me show you how it's done. He rubbed his hands together, hugged the tree, and climbed up in a few moves. Wow, Brother Ba, you're amazing! The boys cheered. The girls were excited too. Keep going! Mo Zioba said proudly from the tree, crossing his legs while tossing down peaches. Oh no, Xiaxi, you're dropping them! Someone yelled. Amid all the laughter, Mo Qingchen couldn't even tell who said it. Seeing everyone's smiling faces, she thought, kids around 10 years old childlike hearts are impossible to erase. By noon, every peach had been picked, leaving only bare branches. Reluctantly, everyone stopped. Each had their attendant with them. Under Yunji's guidance, they wiped sweat and cleaned hands, then gathered around the long table. Yunji, has seventh brother come yet? Mo Qingchen asked. Yunji, looking especially spirited today, replied crisply, Miss, seventh young master's attendant, Jinjian, said he's busy and won't be coming. Oh, he's definitely training, Mo Yuki said nonchalantly. Mo Zioba lazily raised an eyebrow. Who doesn't know seventh brother is obsessed with cultivation, he never relaxes, even on days off. I say, little 16, start the banquet already, I'm starving. Mo Qingchen nodded. Yunji, serve the food. Chapter 23, The New Peach Wine. Even though it was already August, the heat hadn't let up. The long table was laid out with cold dishes. Following Mo Qingchen's instructions, Yunji and the others brought out light, refreshing dishes. After all, cultivators practiced absorbing energy from the wind and dew. They couldn't fully go without food yet, but they still avoided greasy dishes whenever possible. Weren't we supposed to have wine? Mo Zioba asked cheerfully. Yunji, bring the wine, Mo Qingchen said. Yes. Yunji replied brightly. She twirled and went into the small kitchen. In no time, she returned carrying a large food box carved from sour jujube wood in the shape of a magnolia flower. Everyone's eyes widened in surprise. Qingchen, the wine's in a food box? Mo Ningro asked. Mo Qingchen smiled faintly. She gestured for Yunji to place the box on the long table, then opened it herself. Inside was a black lacquered wine jar, surrounded by ice cubes. Then Yunji repeated the process 3 more times, 4 boxes in total, each chilling a wine jar in ice. These ice cubes had been specially prepared by Grandpa. Once a cultivator reached the 9th level of qi refinement, they could learn the ice freezing technique. Grandpa Mo Daxian, now at the 10th level, could easily do this. Wow! This way, the peach wine stays cool. Qingchen, you're so clever! Mo Ningro praised. After the earlier fun and games, everyone was sweating, and seeing the chilled wine jars only made their throats feel drier. They were eager to have a sip. Mo Qingchen smiled at their expressions and opened one jar. The aroma of rich wine, mixed with a faint peach scent, wafted up. The wine had a faintly greenish hue. Mo Qingchen poured it slowly into the prepared glass cups, and Yunji served them to the young ladies and gentlemen. Holding her glass, Mo Qingchen glanced at everyone and spoke slowly, "Brothers and sisters, I'm the youngest here. I should have greeted you sooner, but since everyone's been busy with cultivation, we haven't had the chance. I'd like to toast all of you now." With that, she lifted the glass to her lips and drank. The wine was rich, cool, with a sweet peach aroma that immediately whetted her appetite. No matter what everyone was thinking, seeing Mo Qingchen finish her wine, they followed suit, emptying their cups in one gulp. Naturally, their eyes soon fixed eagerly on the wine jars again. Mo Qingchen smiled. "The courtyard is small, so I asked Yunji to set up another table for the attendants. Brothers and sisters, help yourselves to anything you want, make it more fun that way. Little 16's right. Doing it ourselves is way more fun." Mo Zioba said, slapping Mo Qingchen on the shoulders so hard she staggered. Though born in the Mo family, unlike many aristocratic children, these young masters and young ladies weren't used to being served by attendants for every little thing. Mo Qingchen's suggestion to be casual and help themselves suited them perfectly. Hands shot out toward the wine jars, and soon everyone was filling their cups. When one jar ran dry, Mo Qingchen chuckled. "Drinking alone isn't healthy, let us eat some food first." Mo Ningro picked up a forkful of stir-fried lily bulbs, chewed, and said, "Qingchen, this peach wine is amazing, and the food's really good too." "Then eat more," Mo Qingchen encouraged. She was growing fond of this simple little girl. Mo Ranyi, cool and indifferent, said, "The wine's okay. The food's nothing special." Mo Yuki chimed in, "Yeah, sis, she's right. Haha, and what's this milk jelly? No one's touched it yet." Mo Qingchen gritted her teeth. "There's a saying, you can't please an ungrateful person, and Mo Yuki was clearly one of them." She calmly arranged small white porcelain plates beside the glass bowl and began cutting the milk jelly into pieces with a knife she had prepared. "What's this, little 16?" Mo Zioba asked, eyeing the contents of the glass bowl. It looked tempting, but he couldn't tell what it was. Mo Yuki perked up, smiling. "This is some milk jelly little 16 made. It has milk in it, we're too scared to try it ourselves." Mo Qingchen ignored her, quickly putting a piece of milk jelly on each small plate, then pushed them in front of everyone. "Try it." Everyone looked at the milk jelly, hesitant to be the first to touch it. Mo Qingchen didn't push. Instead, she scooped more into a small glass bowl. "Yunji, get 2 food boxes." She then placed the small bowls into the boxes. Yunji went to fetch 2 medium-sized boxes. Mo Qingchen placed the glass bowls of milk jelly into the boxes, added a jar of peach wine to each, then handed over the 2 baskets of peaches she had picked. Quietly, she said, "Yunji, you said 9th sister really likes Grandpa's peaches. Please deliver some to her. The other one goes to 7th brother." Yunji was momentarily surprised but saw the calm look on Mo Qingchen's face and nodded respectfully. "Yes, miss." She carried the food boxes and baskets away. "Wow, little 16 really knows how to handle things." She didn't invite 9th sister but still thoughtfully sent her something, Mo Yuki said, drawing out her words. Mo Ranyi's face darkened. She had always been proud, excellent twin spiritual roots, unmatched looks in the 3rd generation of the Mo family. But then Mo Feiyin appeared, the same age with an extraordinary spiritual root, immediately overshadowing her. And now Mo Qingchen, though of average talent, surpassed her in appearance. That left her feeling furious and frustrated. For young female cultivators, talent and looks were highly valued. Mo Qingchen could be endured since her strength surpassed Mo Ranyi's. But Mo Qingchen no power, yet outshining her in looks that was unacceptable. Naturally, Mo Qingchen also sent a portion to Mo Zioki, which Ranyi, fuming with anger, ignored. Suddenly, Mo Ranyi stood up, flung her glass to the ground, shattering it. With a sharp tone, she said, "Little 16, Mo Qingchen doesn't seem to have any connection with you. Are you deliberately ignoring us, thinking we're all beneath her?" Mo Yuki, seeing that her comment had successfully provoked Mo Ranyi, couldn't help but smile. Mo Qingchen glanced at the broken glass on the floor. "What a waste of wine, if you're not drinking it, why smash it?" Chapter 24, A Glimpse of Ice and Snow. Eldest sister, you're overthinking it. I've only met ninth sister once. From what Yunji told me, in the past ninth sister would have her maid fetch a few baskets of peaches. Since we were enjoying wine and peaches here, I just had Yunji send some over, Mo Qingchen said calmly. After that, she turned to Mo Yuki, speaking each word deliberately. "As for 11th sister, even though I didn't invite you, I sent some to ninth sister. But you came uninvited." Her words didn't need to be explicit, everyone understood. Mo Qingchen hadn't invited Mo Yuki to the feast, yet she had shown up on her own. Mo Yuki's face went pale and flushed by turns, her hands clenching tightly. She had come out of peak that morning. Earlier, she had gone to hang out with Mo Ranyi and the others when she overheard the mention of the peach feast. Only then did she realize Mo Qingchen had intentionally left her out while inviting the others for wine and peaches. Being someone who loved excitement, and knowing the peaches and peach wine from Grandpa's courtyard were renowned for their taste, she couldn't resist going. And the thought of being excluded by Mo Qingchen made her blood boil. How dare she? Normally, family squabbles in Chaoyang Hall were acceptable, but this was a family event. How could they leave her out? In short, Mo Yuki had come looking for a fight. Her earlier words had been deflected by Mo Qingchen, but now she had found her chance. She already knew Mo Ranyi's pride and her resentment toward Mo Qingchen. "Wow, this milk jelly is really good," Mo Zioba suddenly said, breaking the tense atmosphere. "Ah, brother 8, really no weird taste?" Mo Ningro asked softly. Mo Zioba didn't even reply. He just dug in, taking big mouthfuls. Mo Yuki scowled. "Brother 8, you're just helping that brat." Finally, Mo Zioba looked up, blinking innocently. "Nope, 11th sister. Try it yourself, it really is delicious." "You expect me to believe that?" Mo Yuki huffed, angrily scooping a spoonful and stuffing it into her mouth, but then she froze. Mo Zioba chuckled. "Well, 11th sister, not biased toward that little girl, am I?" His words and Mo Yuki's expression piqued everyone's curiosity. Even Mo Ranyi couldn't resist and took a spoonful herself. The pudding's charm was irresistible to these kids, who had never tasted it before. Within a few bites, their eyes sparkled so brightly that it made Mo Qingchen feel a bit uneasy. However, this actually eased the tension, and Mo Qingchen invited everyone to continue drinking. The atmosphere became lively again. Yunji, carrying the food boxes and baskets, walked happily. She was excited to see her sister Yunshan, whom she hadn't seen in days. She first went to Mo Zioki's residence and knocked on the door. The tightly shut courtyard gate creaked open, revealing the handsome face of the attendant, Jing Yan. "It's Sister Yunji, is there something you need?" Jing Yan asked in surprise. Yunji held up the food boxes. Our miss is holding a peach feast today. 7th young master doesn't have time to come, so miss sent me to deliver some food. I hope you won't mind. Jingyan looked troubled. Young master, is still cultivating. Yunji giggled to herself, thinking the boy was a bit daft. She said aloud, it's no trouble. I'll just leave it here. Please tell 7th young master on my behalf. Thank you, Sister Yunji, Jingyan said hurriedly. Don't thank me, thank my miss, Yunji said, placing the food boxes and baskets into his hands and turning to leave. Jingyan entered with the boxes just in time to see Mo Zioki walking out expressionless. He glanced at the food boxes but said nothing, heading straight toward the northwest corner of the courtyard. Young master, Jingyan called, knowing he was heading for the latrine after cultivation. Mo Zioki looked at him. Not one for chatter, he had named his attendant to be quiet and unobtrusive. Though others said 7th young master was average in talent, Jingyan felt the pressure from his expressionless gaze. Thinking of Yunji's smiling face, he spoke firmly, Young master, Miss 16 sent some food over. Ah, leave it there, Mo Zioki said, heading straight for the latrine. After washing his hands and returning to his room, he casually glanced at the fresh peaches and boxes on the table, hesitated, then said, bring them over. Yes. Jingyan replied quickly. With only one set of food left, Yunji felt lighter on her feet. Soon, she arrived at Mo Qingchen's residence. Ah, second sister, you're here, Yunshan asked in surprise as she opened the door. Yunji glanced at her sister, noticing she seemed even more beautiful than before. Wearing a twin embroidered magnolia green vest over a moon-white embroidered plum blossom coat, she looked like a fresh white lotus standing gracefully. Second sister, what are you staring at? Yunshan teased when Yunji didn't answer. Sis, you're so beautiful, Yunji said. Yunshan tapped Yunji's forehead. You little rascal, making up compliments for your elder sister again. No, really, Yunji stuck out her tongue. Yunshan was slightly taken aback. Her younger sister was usually calm, but she had grown lively in these past days. Second sister, why are you here now? Yunshan asked. Yunji waved the items in her hands. Miss 16 sent me to deliver some food to 9th Miss. Yunshan took the baskets. Your miss is thoughtful. What's in these boxes? Yunji smiled mysteriously. See for yourself. Yunshan opened the boxes, smiling. Ah, this is peach wine. I wouldn't have guessed that. Miss says it's milk jelly. She made it herself. She even let me taste some. It's truly a wonderful dessert, Yunji said excitedly, unknowingly praising Mo Qingchen. Yunshan could see clearly and grew curious about this Miss 16 she had never met. She asked, Yunji, since you've become Miss 16's personal attendant, how have you been adjusting? Well? Yunji nodded. Don't worry, sister. I've been doing very well. She remembered the day she was assigned as Miss 16's personal attendant. Her sister had hurried over to give advice. Miss 16's temperament was unpredictable. Cultivators treated mortals like ants, never anger her. 11th Miss had even once punished her first attendant, sending her to the laundry. Thinking of this, Yunji silently thanked her luck and added, my miss is also an extremely good person. At that moment, Mo Qingchen walked in from outside, her face cold as frost, and her white robe made her appear even more chillingly beautiful. Chapter 25, Hearing Night Cries Again. Yunji, pays respects to 9th Miss, Yunji stammered. Mo Qingchen, already in the mid-stage of qi refinement, exuded a noticeably stronger aura than Mo Ranyi and the others. Ordinary mortals could feel an invisible pressure from her presence, one that made it impossible to stare directly at her. "You are Yun Shan's younger sister?" Mo Qingchen asked calmly, without the usual disdain Mo Yuki would show toward commoners, but also without the casual friendliness Mo Qingchen used. "Are right, ninth miss," Yun Ji stuttered. Yun Shan glanced at her sister helplessly, then quickly explained to Mo Qingchen, "Miss, Yun Ji was sent by 16 Miss to deliver peaches to you." Mo Qingchen cast a faint glance at the peaches and nodded slightly at Yun Ji. "Please thank your miss on my behalf." "Why yes," Yun Ji replied. Mo Qingchen said no more and walked directly into the room, her wide snow-white sleeves fluttering in the wind, only emphasizing her ethereal elegance. "You usually seem so clever. Why are you acting so useless in front of ninth Miss?" Yun Shan lightly tapped Yun Ji's forehead. Yun Ji pouted in frustration. "Sister, I don't know why, but when I saw ninth Miss, my heart was pounding like crazy. I couldn't even speak." "Didn't you feel the same when you first met her?" Yun Shan paused, then nodded. "That's true. All right, go back now. Ninth Miss is back, and I need to attend to her. Ah, I need to head back too and tidy up." Today, Miss invited the young masters and young ladies of Chaoyang Hall for wine, Yun Ji said, then hurriedly took her leave. At Grandpa Mo Daniu's courtyard, 7 or 8 half-grown children were sprawled across chairs, the long table a mess of cups and plates, empty wine jars scattered on the floor. "Miss Yun Ji, you're finally back." Feng Cheng, one of the attendants, greeted anxiously at the gate. "What's wrong?" Yun Ji felt a pang of worry. "The young masters and young ladies have all drunk too much," Cheng Feng said. Yun Ji understood immediately. As personal attendants, they only managed the daily lives of the young masters and young ladies. They weren't allowed to interfere with any of their activities. So when Mo Qingchen and the others drank and played, no one dared step forward, except Yun Ji, being the personal attendant of the host, could speak up a little. "Don't worry, I'll check on them," Yun Ji said, hurrying into the courtyard. She was immediately stunned by the scene. 15th young master, Taj Riad, was rubbing his big head against 14th Miss' arm, bubbles forming at the corner of his mouth. 14th Miss, usually timid, laughed freely like a silver bell. 8th young master was shaking his head, reciting lewd verses, while 10th Miss had her head on the table, fast asleep. Good heavens! The young masters and young ladies, usually so high and mighty, were in such a state. Yun Ji hurriedly glanced at her miss and saw her looking back, cheeks flushed, peach blossom eyes sparkling with clarity. Yun Ji froze for a moment, then rushed forward. "Miss, are you all right?" Mo Qingchen had indeed drunk quite a bit. She couldn't help it. The peach wine was just too good, but she was far more tolerant than most and retained full clarity despite the tipsiness. Smiling slightly, Mo Qingchen said, "I'm fine. Yun Ji, go tell the other attendants that it's getting late. Take their masters home carefully, and make sure to bring the peaches they picked too." "Yes." Yun Ji replied, then turned to relay the message. Cheng Feng and the others breathed a sigh of relief, helping their masters up and bowing their thanks before leaving. Taj Riad, however, wriggled free from Cheng Feng's arms, grabbed Mo Qingchen, and muttered with drool dripping, "Taj Riad one T go. Taj Riad wants to play with Qingchen." Mo Qingchen laughed, gently pinching his chubby cheeks. "Taj Riad, behave and go home to sleep. You can play again tomorrow." "No, no. Tai Triad muttered, but Cheng Feng scooped him up and carried him off. Mo Ranyi rubbed her forehead, supported by her maid, glancing back at Mo Qingchen as she passed. 16 Miss, you'd better work hard. Don't think that because I drank today, I'll go easy on you later, she warned, walking off unsteadily. Mo Qingchen watched her retreating figure and whispered, naturally. Ha! That brat! Just wait at the year-end little contest, I'll make you kneel at my feet and beg me. Ha ha! Mo Yuki cackled, striding away. Mo Qingchen held her jaw, almost falling from the laughter. Crazy woman! Seeing Yunji start tidying up the mess, Mo Qingchen called out, Yunji, don't rush yet. Yes, Miss Yunji asked, puzzled. Yunji, gather the freshly picked peaches, the jar of peach wine, and the milk jelly I made. Come with me to visit Uncle 14, Mo Qingchen instructed. Yes, Yunji agreed, thinking her miss was simply considerate, wanting to bring some treats to Uncle 14. And she was right. Mo Qingchen was indeed sentimental, having received so little care in this world. She remembered every small kindness. Also, she needed Uncle 14's help. Miss, are you sure you're all right? Yunji asked worriedly as they set off. Despite appearing fine, her miss had drunk quite a bit. Mo Qingchen shook her head. I'm fine. Yunji, can we walk a bit faster? Uncle 14's place is some distance from Grandpa's courtyard. It's late, and I might spend some time there. If we return too late, Grandpa might worry. All right, Yunji said, quickening her pace. She noticed a small path through the woods. Miss, we can take a shortcut here. Mo Qingchen's face lit up. Perfect, let us go this way. Yunji hesitated. Miss, it's really quiet here, and it's getting late. I'm worried. No problem, it's still within the Mo mansion, Mo Qingchen said. Very few in the clan could cultivate, so even if a child had poor spiritual roots, they were strictly protected. No one dared harm them, the clan leader's all-seeing methods would ensure justice. Walking along the narrow woodland path, the two of them proceeded into the dense trees. The wind rustled the leaves, their footsteps crunching on fallen foliage. Yunji held the food boxes tightly, silent and tense. Mo Qingchen, emboldened by the wine, felt much more at ease, carrying a small lantern and teasing Yunji lightly to ease her tension. Then, suddenly, a sharp, high-pitched female cry echoed through the woods. Chapter 26, Hidden Years in the Hall. Yunji's legs went weak, and she collapsed to the ground with a thud, trembling as she whispered, Miss. Mo Qingchen's expression changed instantly. That piercing, high-pitched cry, it was the same one she had heard in the woods when she accompanied Grandpa to her father's grave. Yunji, don't panic. Let us move quickly, Mo Qingchen lowered her voice. Though Yunji was just an ordinary little girl, she had stood out among the many maids to become Mo Qingchen's personal attendant. Her composure was excellent, and she quickly regained her senses, standing up straight. Thankfully, the food boxes she carried hadn't been damaged, and with her other hand supporting Mo Qingchen, the two of them darted forward through the trees. Every step on the dry leaves crunched loudly beneath Mo Qingchen's feet, accompanied by the woman's cry, rising and falling. The sensation was chilling in a way she couldn't put into words. After what felt like an eternity, the two finally burst out of the forest. Miss, are you okay? Yunji panted heavily. I'm fine, Mo Qingchen replied, also out of breath. Being small with short legs, Keeping up with Yunji's sprint had been exhausting. Look, if we pass through this fake mountain here, we'll reach Uncle 14's bamboo retreat, Yunji pointed ahead. Mo Qingchen smiled. Good, at least we didn't get scared for nothing. As Yunji pulled out a handkerchief to wipe Mo Qingchen's sweat, she scolded lightly, "Miss, you're lucky you're still young. No matter how much of a rush, it's not worth it to go through there. I swear, I'll never dare bring you there again. It's better that we arrive late than you get frightened." Mo Qingchen took a deep breath. "You're right, Yunji. It was reckless of me. By the way, that cry in the woods, do you know where it came from?" Yunji's face paled. "Who knows, it was terrifying, even thinking about it now makes my legs feel weak." Watching Yunji clutch her chest, Mo Qingchen asked, "Do you know what lies beyond that forest?" Yunji's eyes lit up. "Oh! Behind the forest is the Hall of Hidden Moon." "The Hall of Hidden Moon?" Mo Qingchen blinked in curiosity. Yunji nodded. "Yeah, they say anyone in the clan who commits a serious offense is locked inside. Not allowed to take a single step outside. Everyone considers it bad luck and avoids going near it. So there really was such a place in the clan. Was that the woman locked inside the Hall of Hidden Moon? What could she have done, and why was she wandering in the forest that night? Why did Grandpa get so shaken that he returned home late?" A wave of questions swirled in Mo Qingchen's mind. Everything in the Mo mansion seemed peaceful now, and her days were quiet, but an uneasy shadow seemed to be creeping over it all. "Miss, we're here," Yunji finally said with relief, smiling. Mo Qingchen, only 6 years old, knew there was little she could do about these mysteries. Best to focus on the present. She smiled at Yunji. "Let's hurry." The bamboo retreat grew nearer. The gauzy rain-colored screens cast a soft yellow glow, and a slender shadow was visible through the screen. Mo Qingchen stopped a few yards from the door. "Uncle 14, are you here?" she called out. After a few seconds of silence, the shadow shifted, and the bamboo door creaked open. Mo 14, in a moon-white robe, stood at the door with a calm, gentle smile. "Ah, the little girl is here. Come in." Mo Qingchen felt warmth spread through her chest and stepped inside. "Why so late, little girl?" Mo 14 asked. Mo Qingchen gestured to Yunji to place the food boxes on the table. "Uncle 14, today I hosted a little feast in the courtyard for the young masters and young ladies of Chaoyang Hall. The peaches were so delicious I couldn't help but bring some for you to try." Mo 14 chuckled. "You little rascal, a few days apart and your mouth's gotten sharper." Mo Qingchen bit her lip, feeling a little wronged. "No, Uncle 14, I really did think of you." Mo 14's smile softened. "Well, thank you, little one. It's late now. I'll see you off, better get back early." Lowering her head, Mo Qingchen continued, "Of course. I have a small favor to ask." Mo 14 paused, then laughed softly. "You little girl, you never come empty-handed. What is it, tell me?" Mo Qingchen lifted her head, meeting his gaze. "Uncle 14, do you know the scripture library?" Mo 14 frowned slightly. "The scripture library, the place where the clan stores worldly martial arts manuals?" "Yes," Mo Qingchen nodded eagerly. "Why do you ask?" Mo 14 was puzzled. Mo Qingchen decided not to waste time. "Uncle 14, I'm ashamed. I still haven't learned how to guide qi into my body. But, the year-end contest is coming. I want to see the manuals in the scripture library." Mo 14 was silent for a long moment, then reached out to pat her head. Little girl, remember, time is precious for cultivators. Don't waste it on the wrong path. Mo Qingchen nodded. Uncle 14, I understand. I only want to handle the current situation properly. All right then, little one. Follow me, Mo 14 finally said. Yunji, wait here, Mo Qingchen said, as Mo 14 led her out. Night had fallen. Using the wind-controlling technique, Mo 14 glided along the corridor. Though rows of red lanterns hung from the eaves, Mo Qingchen barely had time to take in the surroundings. Of course, she wouldn't remember the path anyway. She had long known in the modern world that she was hopeless with directions. Stop! After this hour, no one may enter the scripture library. A guard in black called out at the entrance to a delicate 3-story building. Mo 14 glanced at him casually. What are you looking at? Leave, or don't blame me, the guard said, only to notice a companion tugging at his sleeve. What's wrong? Xianxia, the guard asked. The companion, pale and trembling, dropped to one knee. Greetings. Greetings, Uncle 14. Uncle 14. The first guard hadn't yet registered what was happening when his companion slammed his palm on the guard's knee. The guard's legs went weak, and he fell to the ground. Landing on a small stone, the sharp pain cleared his mind instantly. He realized who Uncle 14 was and bowed deeply. Uncle 14, I was blind. Stop hitting the ground. Uncle 14 has already gone inside, the other companion said. The guard lifted his head and looked at the empty entrance, feeling an inexplicable twinge of melancholy. Chapter 27, Secret Manuals in the Library. Uncle 14, there are really this many martial arts manuals? Mo Qingchen gasped, staring at the rows upon rows of shelves filled to the brim. Mo 14 smiled. This is nothing. The scripture library has 3 floors, each filled with manuals. But since you only want to learn something that can be picked up quickly, the first floor is enough. The higher level techniques are too advanced to grasp in such a short time. Mo Qingchen looked around, overwhelmed by the endless shelves. She lifted her eyes to Mo 14, unsure where to start. After a pause, Mo 14 sighed. Little girl, the year-end contest is only 4 months away. Don't bother with internal cultivation methods that require years of practice. Stick to something like body techniques or palm techniques. I won't interfere with your choice. Think it through, and I'll wait outside. Come find me in half an hour. Though a little disappointed, Mo Qingchen knew that what he allowed was already a great favor. She replied softly, Thank you, Uncle 14. As the library doors creaked shut behind her, Mo Qingchen approached the nearest shelf for a closer look. The purple sandalwood shelf had 6 levels, each holding about a dozen pale yellow wooden boxes. On the side facing the reader, neat, tiny calligraphy labeled the name of the manual. Mo Qingchen's eyes flitted over the titles: Sunrise Heart Sutra, 36 Turning Acupoints, Righteousness Technique. The list went on, dizzying in variety. She immediately noticed the label Heart Method at the top of one shelf. Remembering Mo 14's advice, she turned decisively to the next shelf and browsed through several until she stopped at one near the window. This shelf contained palm techniques: Great Strength Vajra Palm, Weichuo Palm, Thousand Hand Buddha Palm, and so on. She casually pulled out one titled Breaking Mountain Palm. The small print read, Breaking Mountain Palm, created by the first master of the Songshan sect. The palm shadow is formless, the aura like a mountain. To practice, strike a solid stone 1,000 times daily, then soak in a secret elixir, 1,000 strikes against a solid stone. Mo Qingchen extended her small, pale, almost translucent hands and silently teared up. Pressed for time, she schemed through a few more manuals. When she finally set down Wind and Thunder Palm, she sighed, turning to the next shelf. This one contained all sorts of fist techniques. She closed the slightly yellowed transparent fist manual and returned it to the shelf, lamenting inwardly, "Isn't there a single manual that can be learned quickly and suits a 6-year-old like me?" Just as she thought this, she heard a clack. Looking down, she realized her sleeve had brushed against a nearby shelf, knocking a wooden box to the floor. Mo Qingchen bent down and picked it up. As she glanced at it, she froze. Orchid A cup ointment finger technique. Wait, isn't that the technique Huangrong used in those old novels? Could it really be here? She muttered, pulling the manual out of the box. It took her about 15 minutes to skim through the book, and she couldn't hide her excitement. Finding it was so easy, I didn't even have to search. The Orchid A cup ointment finger technique was a finger technique. Of course, in this world it wasn't a Peach Blossom Island secret, but it had similar principles. The technique didn't demand much in terms of physical strength. The key was recognizing acupoints, emphasizing speed, accuracy, clarity, and uniqueness. Among these, clarity was the hardest. It required elegant, relaxed movements, effortless and natural. Mo Qingchen didn't expect to master it fully. If she could grasp speed, accuracy, and uniqueness even a little, she'd be satisfied. Most importantly, the finger technique was perfect for her 6-year-old body. Time was short. She had already spent nearly half an hour browsing. With so little time until the year-end contest, it was better to focus on one technique well than dabble in many. Without hesitation, she turned and walked toward the exit. "Have you chosen, little one?" Mo 14 stood outside, his moon-white robe glowing under the serene night. Mo Qingchen nodded. "Yes, I've made my choice." "Thank you, Uncle 14. Mo 14 waved lightly and smiled. "Let us go, little one." Then, glancing at the 2 guards nearby, he added, "Remember, no one is to enter here today." The 2 guards stiffened, quickly cupping their fists. "Understood, Uncle 14. Mo 14 didn't ask what manual she had chosen. Taking her hand, he used the wind-controlling technique to guide her through the garden, his large hand warm and dry. "14, where are you taking her?" a woman's playful voice called out. Mo Qingchen glanced ahead. A petite young woman in a pink dress, looking around 20, with a heart-shaped, charming face, was standing there. Mo Qingchen instinctively looked at Yunji, who was standing awkwardly but smiled helplessly. "13th sister, what are you doing here?" Mo 14 asked. The woman approached, pouting. "What, I can't come visit?" "No, 13th sister, you misunderstood," Mo Qingchen said, noticing the cold sweat forming on Mo 14's face. The woman clutched Mo 14's arm, shaking it. "14, what am I gonna do? My father wants to marry me off to the Hua family. But I don't want it. That Hua Qingchen, I've never even heard of him, and he's Tijriad's cousin. This messes up the generations." Mo 14 paused, then cleared his throat. "13th sister, little 16 is here too." The woman froze, then looked at Mo Qingchen. "Greetings, 13th aunt." Mo Qingchen quickly knelt and bowed. "Oh, you're the little 16 Qingchen, such a good name." 14, so she's little 16's personal maid. No wonder she came looking for you so late and barely spoke. Mo 13 said. Mo 14 groaned. "13th sister, where are your thoughts going? She winked, pulling out something for Mo Qingchen. Little 16, it's not much, but take this invisibility talisman and play with it. Thank you, 13th aunt, Mo Qingchen said hurriedly. Little one, it's late. Go home now. I have some things to attend to, so I want to escort you, Mo 14 said. Mo Qingchen nodded politely to both of them, then left with Yunji. As they walked away, Mo 13's voice carried after them. 14, do you think my father is trying to push me into a trap? If he hadn't been after quick gains back then, 6th sister wouldn't have ended up like she did. Chapter 28, The Protective Beads. 13th sister. Mo 14's voice rang sharply. After that, the voices inside gradually quieted down. Miss, Yunji whispered softly. Yunji, don't say anything. Let us go, Mo Qingchen said. Yunji looped her arm through Mo Qingchen's, and the two of them hurried through the garden. This time, they didn't dare take any shortcuts, just followed the proper path back to Yanji courtyard. Little one, where have you two been? As soon as they entered, Mo Danian popped out. Yunji, you rest for a bit first, Mo Qingchen said after giving her a quick instruction, then turned to Mo Danian. Grandpa, I went to see Uncle 14. To see Uncle 14? Why? Mo Danian looked puzzled. Mo Qingchen explained everything honestly. On the way back, she had already figured it out. If she wanted to master the Orchid A cup ointment finger technique, she'd need a human body model showing all the acupoints. Otherwise, she might as well be dreaming to achieve any skill within a few months. I see, no wonder you ran off to Uncle 14 even after drinking. I'll have the model ready for you in the next couple of days, Mo Danian said, stroking his beard. A warm sense of gratitude welled up in Mo Qingchen. She had merely asked for a model, and Grandpa didn't even question it. He agreed immediately. Thank you, Grandpa, she said sincerely. Mo Danian patted her head with his large hand. All right, little one, get some rest. After bidding Grandpa goodbye, Mo Qingchen washed up and climbed into bed. Phew, at least that's taken care of, she muttered, glancing out at the starry sky. 13th aunt seemed to have quite a personality. Who was her father and the man her father wanted to marry her off to? Really Taj Riyad's cousin Huaqianchu. The name sounded pleasant enough. And 6th sister, what had really happened to her? And now, Mo Qingchen's thoughts wandered until she remembered the woman's crying in the woods. Her heart skipped a beat. Could that woman be the 6th sister? 13th aunt mentioned having drunk the day before and then gone through all the excitement. She wasn't sleepy at all. In fact, her mind was sharper than ever. She reached for the Orchid A cup ointment finger technique manual and started reading by the moonlight. Qi and blood are the sources of life, circulating through the body endlessly. The paths of the meridians follow strict rules, with exact sequences, revealing their presence. The human body has 12 meridians and 365 acupoints. To practice the Orchid A cup ointment finger technique, one must first identify the locations of all acupoints, then trace their paths along the meridians, understanding each point's relation to the organs, brain, qi and blood, the 5 elements, and the yin-yang interactions, before mastering the technique. As she read, Mo Qingchen's eyelids grew heavy. Soon, the manual, faintly scented with ink, fell across her face. The next morning, Mo Qingchen woke early as usual and went to Chaoyang Hall with Yunji. Good morning, second grandpa, she greeted the elder in the small hall. The man's real name was Mo Dahi. Due to limited talent and lack of opportunity, he had stayed at the early refining stage his whole life. Though the children in Chaoyang Hall were young, they didn't show him much respect except for this little 16, who always greeted him politely. He had always been impressed by her and, seeing her smiling as usual despite not yet advancing to the first refining stage, a hint of fondness rose in his heart. "Little 16, come here," Mo he suddenly said. Mo Qingchen was startled. She came here every day, greeted him, and that was usually the extent of their conversation. Sometimes he'd answer, sometimes just nod. "Why call her over today?" "Yes, second grandpa," she asked, walking to his side and looking up. Mo he fumbled in his pouch, then pulled out a string of red beads. "Little 16, I've never given you a proper gift. Consider this a late one." Mo Qingchen stared at the red bead bracelet, then at Mo Dahi's gentle, wrinkled face, and finally accepted it. "Thank you, second grandpa. These red beads are called protective beads," he explained softly. "I got them on my travels years ago. Not particularly valuable, but they have one advantage: even a normal person without spiritual power, when in danger, the beads can shatter to absorb part of the harm." Second grandpa Mo Qingchen looked at him, unsure what to say. "Take them, little 16, now go inside and practice," he said, closing his eyes like usual. Mo Qingchen silently knelt in front of the elder before stepping into the hall. The day's training passed quickly. Surprisingly, Mo Ranyi didn't show up today, which meant Mo Qingchen enjoyed a quieter environment. On the way back, she walked alongside Taj Riad as usual. Seeing his flushed face, she teased, "Taj Riad, still feeling the effects from yesterday's wine?" He scowled. "Who isn't I'm fine." "Then why's your face so red?" she asked, pointing. He jabbed a finger at the sun. "Sunburn." Sunburn," Mo Qingchen echoed, knowing he'd get annoyed if she pressed further. Then she leaned closer and asked in a low voice, "Taj Riad, do you have a cousin named Huaqianchu?" Taj Riad's eyes widened. "Wait, how do you know?" Then he clapped his hands. "Ah, I get it. My cousin must be really handsome, that's why all the girls know him." Mo Qingchen rolled her eyes. "Taj Riad. I'm only 6. He blinked. Then, how did you know?" "I heard it somewhere," she said. "Tell me about him, what's he like?" She suddenly felt like the big bad wolf tricking Little Red Riding Hood. Taj Riad bit his lip. "Honestly, I don't really know. Cousin left long ago, joined some really strong cultivation sect. But he came back recently, and he's super nice to me. Grandpa and the others like him too." "Oh, that was while you weren't at Chaoyang Hall?" Mo Qingchen asked. Taj Riad nodded. "Yeah. Grandpa's over 60. Dad said that for a cultivator, if you don't reach foundation establishment by 70, you never will. So our family held a huge celebration when Grandpa finally reached it. Cousin Qianxia sat right by him the whole time." Mo Qingchen couldn't help but wonder, could Huaqianchu have something to do with Grandpa suddenly reaching foundation establishment at 60-something? Chapter 29, Secretly Eavesdropping on the Marriage Plans. "Taj Riad, so, you've never met Huaqianchu before?" Mo Qingchen asked. Taj Riad frowned. "Qingchen, you should call him Brother Qianxu." Mo Qingchen rolled her eyes secretly. "I already told you, Brother Qianxu left a long time ago. Anyway, this is Taj Riad's first time seeing him too." "Oh. Mom said thank you for the peaches yesterday and invited you to come over for a meal today," Taj Riad said, patting his forehead like he just remembered. Ah, that's not necessary. Grandpa would worry if I don't go back, Mo Qingchen said. Tijriad tilted his chin toward Yunji. No problem. Yunji can just tell him, that's it. Well. Mo Qingchen hesitated. She was still thinking about practicing her orchid A-cup ointment finger technique. Come on, come on. My mom's really nice, Tijriad said, tugging her hand forward. Mo Qingchen sighed and turned to Yunji. Yunji, could you please go back and let Grandpa know? Of course, Miss Yunji will come pick you up later, Yunji replied. No need. I'll have Chengfeng escort Qingchen back, Tijriad said. They walked together for a good 15 minutes, finally passing through a hanging flower gate into a courtyard. Tijriad, your house is really far from Chaoyang Hall, Mo Qingchen remarked. Tijriad's face showed reassurance. Don't worry, we're here. Mo Qingchen couldn't help but feel a little exasperated being consoled by a 5-year-old. Looking ahead, sure enough, a courtyard appeared. Here we are. Oh, and since my dad is 11th in the clan, you call my mom Aunt 11, Tijriad instructed. Got it, Mo Qingchen said, following him inside. Yao Ji, I heard yesterday 13th sister made a scene at the clan leader's place, a gentle female voice said. A male voice replied, that 13th sister, always so reckless. Poor 13th sister. Qianxia, that boy, originally a branch of the Hua family, always under the radar, even I didn't know when he left for cultivation. Who would ve thought he'd return so outstanding even though their generations don't match, we cultivators don't care about worldly rules. Talent-wise, Qianxia won't disappoint 13th sister, the woman said softly. Mo Qingchen's eyes widened in surprise. Tijriad tugged her to a corner, putting a finger to his lips, signaling her to stay quiet. Mo Qingchen felt a little uneasy. Didn't cultivators have divine sense after reaching the chi-refining stage? Wouldn't they notice her eavesdropping? Actually, she didn't know that while cultivators have divine sense, they don't keep it fully open all the time. It's only used when needed. Right now, Tijriad's parents weren't consciously using theirs, so she was safe. I think that boy Qianxia is a little unusual, the man said. How so? Don't you feel that the senior members of your Hua family treat him differently? The woman's voice was slightly teasing. Yao Ji, Qianxia is only 20, yet already at the 11th level of chi refinement. Honestly, I think he'd be better suited for our Mo family's Fian, but she's too young. The man said, 13th sister and Qianxia are still young. No need to rush things. You don't get it, Yao Ji. Qianxia has unlimited potential. My family proposed this marriage to our Mo clan, so naturally the clan wants to make it happen, she said playfully. But it's too sudden. 13th sister and Qianxia haven't even met. With her temper, who knows what trouble she'll cause. Don't forget 6th sister. She was our generation's prodigy, if not. The woman quickly interrupted. Yao Ji, don't. The clan leader's strict order forbids saying that again. All right, Ruier, I was just talking, the man chuckled. Don't worry about 13th sister. My dad said Qianxia is away on business. When he comes back, invite him over. Once she sees him, she won't make a fuss. Ruier, you mean? Ah, Yao Ji, Tijriad's coming back. Don't cause trouble. Mo Qingchen had been enjoying her secret eavesdropping, but at the end, the couple's playful bickering made her embarrassed. She nudged Tijriad. Tijriad, looking confused, grabbed Mo Qingchen's hand and ran out. Dad, Mom, I'm back. Mo Qingchen peeked and saw the woman's cheeks flushed. She cleared her throat. Tijriad's back. Is this little 16? Qingchen greets Uncle 11 and Aunt 11, Mo Qingchen said politely, bowing. The woman pulled her in. Such a well-mannered child. Come in quickly. Aunt 11 has heard how well you take care of Tijriad, so now I can finally invite you over. Don't mind Aunt 11. You flatter me, Aunt 11. Qingchen is new here and wouldn't know anything without Tijriad's guidance, Mo Qingchen replied. The meal was lavish. With Tijriad by her side and Aunt 11 warm and friendly, Qingchen ate comfortably. Uncle 11 was quiet but non-intimidating. Aunt 11 didn't insist on strict eat-in-silence rules. During the meal, she asked Qingchen many questions, especially about her life in Peach Blossom Village, sighing often and saying how unfortunate the poor child had been. Qingchen, your dad and Uncle 11 were always close. Now that your father isn't around, don't be shy. If anything happens, just come to us, Aunt 11 said, holding Mo Qingchen's hand at the gate. Thank you, Aunt 11. Qingchen will remember, Mo Qingchen said quickly. At that moment, a stranger approached from afar, stepping several yards with a gust of wind, clearly using the wind-walking technique. 12th brother Uncle 11 called out, surprised. The young man, with a baby face, stopped hastily. Bad news, 11th brother. 13th sister smashed the engagement gifts from the Hua family. The clan leader is about to enforce clan law. What Ruier, you stay home with Tijriad. I'll go with 12th brother to see, 11th brother said, not waiting for a reply, and together they used wind-walking technique to leave. Yaoji Aunt 11 called after them, then shook her head helplessly, muttering to herself, I wonder if our fathers know. If they do, with the clan leader's temper, this marriage may be off. Chapter 30, A Wooden Puppet Gift. Mo Qingchen was slowly making her way back to her residence, Yanji Courtyard, with Cheng Feng escorting her, but her heart wasn't calm. That 13th aunt, what a fiery personality! She had smashed the engagement gifts, that sounded like a serious offense. They even mentioned using family law. What kind of punishment would that be? Thinking about it made Qingchen a little irrational. From what she overheard from Uncle 11 and Aunt 11, plus Tijriad's innocent chatter, that Xianxia must be a really good man. If it were her, she'd wait to meet the person before making any judgments. She smiled to herself. Different strokes for different folks, why am I worrying about this? But she was still curious who exactly was that sixth sister they mentioned. Lost in thought, she didn't notice until they had arrived at Yanji Courtyard. Miss 16, Cheng Feng takes his leave, the attendant Cheng Feng said with a bow. Qingchen thought Cheng Feng was impressively steady and nodded. Thank you for escorting me. Before she could knock, the courtyard gate swung open and Yunji rushed out. Miss, you've finally returned. Is something wrong? Qingchen asked, surprised. No, it's just, you weren't back yet, and Yunji was worried, Yunji replied, and then blushed when she noticed Cheng Feng. Brother Cheng Feng, thank you for bringing Miss back. You're welcome, of course, Cheng Feng said quickly, bowing once more to Qingchen, then practically sprinted away. Qingchen watched him leave, then glanced at Yunji's flushed face, and teased inwardly, ancient kids sure matured fast. She smiled and joked aloud, Yunji, are you a tiger or something? What tiger? Yunji didn't get it at first. Qingchen grinned. Not really a tiger, but why did Cheng Feng run away the moment he saw you? Yunji stomped her foot in frustration. Qingchen ignored her and stepped into the courtyard. Grandpa hasn't he returned yet? Qingchen asked, noticing the quiet courtyard. Yunji replied quickly, I don't know either. Since coming back, I haven't seen fifth master. Qingchen frowned, then thought, maybe the clan leader was dealing with 13th and using family law, and Grandpa went there too. That thought eased her mind slightly. Yunji, I'll go to my room to practice for a while. Call me when Grandpa returns. Yunji agreed. Back in her room, Qingchen lit the white horn lamp. This lamp was made from finely ground horns of a rare beast, placed into various shaped holders. Even a tiny bit would burn for a long time with brilliant light, a favorite among cultivators. She kicked off her pale pink embroidered shoes, sat against the bed, and took out the Orchid A Cup ointment finger technique manual from under her quilt. Qingchen had already planned her schedule, full-on cultivation at Chaoyang Hall during the day to reach Qi refining level 1, and at night, study the Orchid A Cup ointment finger technique to give herself an edge in the year-end minor competition. She memorized the instructions line by line, carefully observing the acupoints and the effects of each strike. Unnoticed, an entire hour passed. Then Mo Daisian pushed open the courtyard gate. Ah! Fifth Master! You're back! I'll go call Miss, Yunji said, startled, then realizing it was him. Yunji, she's asleep, don't wake her, Mo Daisian waved. Fifth Master, Miss said to call her when you return, Yunji replied, then spun on her heel to enter the house. Qingchen hadn't been asleep, just deeply focused on the manual. Hearing the noise, she got up as Yunji knocked on the door. Miss, are you awake? Fifth Master is back. With a creak, Qingchen opened the door and ran out. Yunji quickly draped a garment over her shoulders. Grandpa! Qingchen looked up at Mo Daisian, seeing his tired face but unmistakable excitement. Mo Daisian chuckled. Guess what I brought for you, girl? Qingchen blinked. Is it the human-shaped wooden figure I mentioned yesterday? Mo Daisian pursed his lips. You little rascal, you're so predictable. Grandpa! Qingchen scolded playfully. Mo Daisian pinched her cheek with one hand, and with the other, revealed a palm-sized human-shaped doll. The doll was a man, so lifelike it seemed like a shrunken real person. Grandpa, this. Qingchen stared in wonder, wondering how she could practice a cup ointment strikes on something so small. Ha ha ha, watch this, Mo Daisian said, tossing the doll to the floor. Ah! Qingchen exclaimed. She braced for the doll to break, but to her astonishment, it expanded as if enchanted, quickly growing to full adult size. This. Qingchen was dumbfounded. Clearly pleased with her reaction, Mo Daisian pressed a spot on the doll. Serve tea. The doll walked to the stone table, picked up the iced tea, and brought it to him, step by step. Qingchen was shocked. Grandpa, it's alive. She stammered. Ha ha, girl, do you know what this is? Mo Daisian laughed, his whiskers quivering. Qingchen shook her head obediently. Mo Daisian pressed another spot, freezing the doll in place. This is a low-rank puppet. It can understand a few simple commands. Once activated, it can walk and run. A single low-rank spirit stone can sustain it for 1 month. Girl, use it wisely. Grandpa spent a fortune on this. Qingchen looked at her weary grandfather, touched. So he hadn't gone to the clan leader, he went out to get this for her. Grandpa, was this puppet very expensive? Seeing her shy expression, Mo Daisian smiled. Why worry about that, Grandpa's already over 80. Other treasures like pills or crystals are just waste. Being able to give it to you makes me happy. But you're right though, low rank, it's pricey. Puppeteers are very rare on Tianyuan continent. Thank you, Grandpa, Qingchen said, momentarily speechless. Mo Daisian looked at her, then asked, Girl, you want this, to practice a cup ointment strikes, don't you?